Welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast, where we mix business, law of attraction, spirituality, and well-being with great guests and phenomenal stories. You'll hear hints, tips, and up-to-the-minute information on digital communication from an expert in her field. Pearl has some wonderful individuals in her networks, and she will be interviewing them all at some point in the future. Enjoy your listening.
Hello and welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast. Today is another one of those special episodes where we're talking about the Pearls of Wisdom virtual online retreat that is taking place 5th and 6th of September, where we bring so many wonderful special people together to teach you about business, spirituality and well-being. And today I have a very special lady. We've been talking to each other and trying to get time in each other's diaries for a while now, but thankfully the lovely Fiona Whitfield has actually got time today to speak to us. So I give you Fiona Whitfield, Women's Wellness Warrior. I apologise, let me say that again. Fiona Whitfield, Women's Wellness Warrior. Welcome, Fiona.
Oh, thank you, Pearl. It's really lovely to finally catch up with you. And actually, what is interesting, the fact that you said wellness first is really interesting because that is the key thing. And today, the day that we're recording this, is what is actually, in terms of the calendar around health and fitness and well-being, it's the second most important date after the 1st of January, and that is the 1st of September. And this is the time when people traditionally, after holidaying and, eating for England or whichever country you're from, eating your body weight in things that you probably wouldn't normally, and drinking far too much and not exercising. This is generally what happens. They start going, oh my goodness, it's the 1st of September. Now I want to think about, what am I going to do to be fitter and healthier? And I would add on to that happier. Yeah. And so, I think it's quite pertinent that this is the day and this is when it's happening, because it's really all, I can feel that energy all around me and my clients right now. So yes, that's it's meant to be.
I'm getting goosebumps already just sharing this, because it's that synchronicity. And anyone that listens to me, all my listeners know I use the S word a lot, because the synchronicities with all my guests are just fantastic. And you saying that, I'm thinking, yes, I've already seen posts on Facebook today where people are saying they're starting new diets, they're doing this, they're doing that, and it's the start. It's brilliant, fantastic with that.
Yeah, meant to be.
Thank you. With that, Fiona, can you share with the audience what they can expect from you? What will you be teaching, training, talking about for the retreat, please?
Yeah, now there's so much, and it was a case of, which are the really juicy nuggets of wisdom that I have to share, because this is a journey that I've been on for decades, and it took me such a long time to find another way around being fitter, healthier and happier, and part of my big mission is to get women off diets. Sorry if you're dieting. Is to get women off diets, and not because of diets are necessarily bad, but it's all part of the big diet culture, which means that thinness is next to godliness. Let's say they put thinness at the very top, and so I talk about stopping dieting.
Yep.
And what do you do instead? If you've been dieting for 30 or more years, or even if you've been dieting for 2 years, you can kind of get entrenched in dieting and think there is no other way, if that's what you're used to doing. So it's really helping to show women that there is another way to be fitter, healthier and happier, and that almost the happier bit is the key. It's like the happier bit comes first, and when you put happiness and joy back into your well-being, then you can be fitter and healthier. So that is the main theme of what I talk about, is it's just how to do it differently, when for years you may have been dieting and going, oh well, diets work, but I keep having to go back on them, and I keep falling off them, and I keep going back on them, to really tune in and honour our own bodies, particularly as women, so that we know we've got the answers. We absolutely do. So that's what I help women to do. And yes, part of the talk in your retreat, Pearl, is going to be about how to do that. So to give some simple tips on how to get started with that is a big part. And there is the second part, because the thing that people don't, all of us, me too, haven't done that for years, don't think about is the things, our blind spots, the things that we can't see, and the ways in which we sabotage our own health and well-being. And that, in a way, is almost the most important thing, because, you know, we can't see what we can't see until we know it, right? And then we're like, oh, how did I not know that? When you know the things, and there are things that we do to sabotage ourselves all the time.
This is sounding fantastic, and I can relate to everything you've said. I mean, yes, I'm almost probably like the classic yo-yo dieter, where I go up and down, and when it all works, I get really tiny. I've got one end of the wardrobe that I refuse to get rid of because I know I'm going to get back there, and you feel fantastic, and then suddenly little things happen. I got to like my perfect weight probably 18 months ago. Then I hit burnout, had pneumonia, had 3 lots of steroids from the doctor, completely ruined all the good work I'd done, because the steroids made me want to eat. And then once you want to eat, you get depressed and you go back into all this, and everything you're saying, I'm thinking, yes, I can relate to all of it. So I cannot wait to see your sessions, because I'm going to be learning loads.
Because it's so common, isn't it, Pearl? I mean, we've, you know, when I say we've all, most women, by the time we reach midlife, have been on something like, you know, 60 diets, which is absolutely crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I know I've done quite a few, but we do this kind of, you know, cycling, as you say, and we're really good, and I use that in inverted commas because that kind of makes me when I hear the word, you know, demonizing food. We're good and then we're bad, and something always happens so that we cannot sustain the level we need to when we're dieting, because it's just not sustainable. And I could go off on a real rant about the diet industry, but I'll save that.
But everything as well that you're sharing, the whole retreat is positivity post-lockdown, and everything you're going to be sharing. How many times, I mean, they've been doing shows, haven't they, where people have put on weight in lockdown because they've changed their whole routine. And so again, it's something that they can learn from you and actually see, get back into it, feel positive, but not see it as a diet. It's a healthy way of life and everything, and seeing.
Absolutely. And I think when we take the emphasis off dieting, when we go, right, I'm just going to even, and one of the things, I mean, I'm obviously really keen to share things. One of the things I encourage is being curious and experimenting, and just saying, maybe, well, let me just see, just leave behind all of your, you know, preconceived ideas of what something else might be, and just be curious and go, let me just try it for a few weeks and see how I feel. It's all about how you feel.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely. Now I'm going to ask you one last question, because there's so much, but I've said I will ask the audience, I'll ask you in front of the audience. You have so much to share. Will you come back to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast and be a guest, and we can put the world to rights for as long as we need? Oh,
yes.
Thank you. Where we've got the audience that are looking to see, now you know that Pearls of Wisdom will always cover business, spirituality and well-being. Where would you say that your offerings sit? Is it just one area? Does it cover everything? Where would you say you fit under those titles?
Now that's really interesting, because I kind of think as well-being, the health, the stuff that I do, which is health, which is mainly well-being. It's not traditional. After doing that for 20 years, I've ditched it and learned that when you have the foundations of health, that it feeds into the other stuff. Yes, there will be some spirituality, but it's kind of optional. I always give options, because we're not one size fits all. Yeah. So it fits definitely in the well-being with a crossover into spirituality. And also when you're able to really feel into what helps you be healthy and well, then the knock-on effect on everything else, on your business and your spirituality, relationships and everything, everything's so much easier when you're not using energy in dieting or forcing yourself to be fit and healthy. Yeah.
Yep. I'm so glad you've said that, because as you'd been talking, I was thinking, yeah, actually it fits across all three, and you personify what the retreat stands for, where it's actually sharing that to help you grow in all three areas of your life. And it's seen when people pull those together and you don't realise necessarily that it does fit together. You suddenly see you get that work-life balance, you're happier in yourself, and everything improves. And it's having the right positioning in everything from there. So I just say a massive thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I love how it's changed my life, how it's changed my clients' lives. It creates an upward spiral. And the thing is, Pearl, it can be so easy when you know how. It's really, really easy. And, and I love those aha moments when my clients go, oh, you mean it's like that? And I go, yeah, it's like that. Your body has the answers. Fancy that.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to pull this interview to a close. I could talk to you all day long, but we're going to have another session where you can be my guest and literally go through loads of questions. So I look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing you on the retreat. Thank you so much, Fiona.
You're welcome, Pearl. I look forward to it.
Thank you for listening to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast. We hope you have enjoyed the content shared. Please share with others who would like to enjoy these interviews and discussions. If you would like to support the podcast, please follow the link in the episode description. If you want to be a guest on the show, reach out and let's discuss next steps. Until the next time, enjoy your listening.